Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is already week five. Week five of the Quilted Fields Quilt-Along. You have done a fantastic job putting all the things together. We did the fabric placement at the beginning. We've cut all the pieces. We've even sewn a picture block. We've laid out all those fields, and now it's time to put the four quadrants together. So join me today. My name is Jennifer Long from Sew a Story, and we're going to just talk through a little bit of how you can make this easy and fun, and then different options that you can do as well. I also have some things to share with you, so make sure you stay right to the end because I have a special gift to give you for our next quilt along. So a little bonus. You'll want to make sure that you are here. All right. So if you don't already, just a little bit of housekeeping. I always like to start. Sorry, I thought I had a thread there. I always like to start and just say, if you don't already, please, please, please go sign up for our newsletter at sewastory.com. There's all the great things that happen over at the website. We have a makers club, and that club is just less than a pattern, the cost of one pattern per month, and you get a quilt pattern and you get a craft pattern every single month. You also get back content, and if you sign up for the annual membership, you get all of the content that's ever been inside of the Makers Club. So it's just super fun. It's just a great way just to get inspired all the time, and I hope that you consider joining us there. All right, let's get to business, shall we? So, Quilted Fields, the pattern is designed in four quadrants. So it splits down here and it splits across here. And inside the pattern, you have sewn all four quadrants. I'm just going to open them up here. The one thing I did want to point out about this is maybe you have four grandbabies or four kids. These can actually be just sewn together in like this and put some borders on. This is just one of the quadrants. You can sew this like this, put some borders on it, and call this a baby quilt, right? You don't have to make the full lap size quilt. Or if you have already with us, you can make it into four baby quilts. Maybe you're donating them, or maybe you just want them just to cover your lap. So the two quadrants at the top are the same size, and the two quadrants at the bottom are the same size, like height. So the two ones at the top are both a little bit longer. You can see here. So you're just going to do as you've been doing and piece those together. I like to use lots of pins when I'm standing at my cutting table, because then I can have it all laid out flat. And then when I get to my sewing machine, I like to put a podcast on. Maybe you're watching this YouTube video, binging on some of our videos, and that would be wonderful. And then you can just sew a while you're at your sewing machine. I would always start with matching my corners, but before I just like hand match my corners, and then I look for wherever there's like intersections, and those I pin first. Just because everything was told like this unit should measure, this unit should measure, but sometimes we're just real people, so it doesn't always end up that way. It depends how your seam allowance is, depends if you've really pressed it when you're ironing or using a lot of steam. So just make sure that you do those intersections first. There's one, two, there's two on this one, so I would pin these two first. And then I would probably pin in the center and on the edges as well. Those are those two quadrants. And then the bottom ones are the tractors. So you have this one, it's just a little bit smaller. That would make like a really cute like little table center, or like coffee table center. And then of course, adding the tractor that you did last week. Now we did talk about if you wanted this to be a little more mature, quilt, and you didn't want this piece tractor in there, although I don't know a farmer that wouldn't want this piece tractor in there, but let's say you didn't, you can easily swap it out for a couple more of these blocks. Just sew a few more Quilted Field blocks and put them in where the tractor is. There's no instructions for that, but I know you could figure that out if you wanted to do that. We have that quadrant as well. And then everyone, it is just very easy borders on the end. There's no piece borders happening. The tractors will be driving on your outer border, but will be driving kind of around. So if you want If you're cutting your width of fabric strips and not length of fabric, which is totally fine and good, you'll want to just maybe have your tractor driving up one side and it's coming around and down and around. If you're using that tractor print, where is he? Here it is. Oh, let me just grab it out. So if you're using this print here, then maybe you just have those tractors driving up and then around and here and then at the bottom down again. Quilt as desired. Of course, you know that. I used a pantograph that's, I think it's even maybe called Fields. I think it's called Fields. If you're interested, we'll have to see if we can find it. It might be a really old one that I have. I actually sent my long arm machine to my mother's, which she lives 2 hours away from me, just because I didn't have the space or the time anymore. And I'm working with just a lovely, lovely local long arm quilter called Aspen Quilting. So excited to be working with her to help out with the quantity. So thank you so much for that. So going forward, and then you'll just bind it. Now, the jury's out, or everyone feels so differently about binding, don't they? I'll just put my apple down for a second. Everyone feels so differently about binding. Some love hand binding, some don't. I really enjoy hand binding. However, I don't always have the time for hand binding. So, for example, if I was going to hand bind, I would take my binding and fold it in half, so my 2.5 or 2.25 inch strip, fold it in half and place it on the top side of my quilt and sew around, do my corners, all the things, and then flip it around and I would hand whip stitch it at the back. So I do the hand stitching at the back. Some people do it at the front, that's how I do it at the back. However, if I am doing it sewn by machine, I actually do it reverse than that. So I actually take my prepared binding and I sew it to the back of the quilt, just a little bit in from where my seam will be, my stitch line, and I flip it around to the front. So the front is going to look really clean. You know how sometimes if you sew your binding, maybe we need to do a tutorial on binding sometime, should we? You know how sometimes you do, and you flip it around and then you sew, like it doesn't always catch if you're doing it by machine. So this way it's guaranteed to catch. It's already sewn at the back. Then you flip it at the front and you're sewing right along the front. It's going to have the same exact 1/8 of an inch seam allowance all the way around. And I either use a matching thread or sometimes I even use, aren't you glad you stayed for this long? I even use invisible thread. Have you ever used invisible thread before? It's just fantastic. So then, you can really just like leave it in your machine when if you're doing a whole bunch of different binding. And I put it on the back too, even on the bobbin. And it holds great. I can pump out those bindings really quick. And it's also, we can barely see it. So it almost has that hand look. So that's machine binding. And then your quilt is ready to go. It's been really fun having you here for this Quilt-Along. Don't leave yet because I promised you something. So we're heading into December. I know some of you have been asking for just a little bit continuous content happening in December. I can't promise I'll give continuous content all December, but I think I'll do something special in December as well, so at least a special video, so watch out for that. But in January, we're back full force pretty much every Wednesday like always. Same time, same place, 1 p.m. Central. So the one thing that we're starting in January is still with Country Life. So we're going to continue sewing with Country Life. So if you don't have Country Life yet, you need to find it in a shop and grab it some. We are going to be sewing together Eat the Rainbow. So Eat the Rainbow, did I bring the pattern here? No, but I have the quilt. Eat the Rainbow is a fantastic, really fun, skill building, traditionally pieced quilt. So I will walk you through each block. We've got the blocks separated out, the different kinds of blocks separated into the weeks. I don't have my sheet here. I think it's 6 weeks, but we'll have to sign up. If you want to sign up for it, it's free to sign up for it. Head over to the Sew a Story website, go under Fabric Collections, under Country Life, And then you'll find all the sew-alongs, past and future ones coming. Just make sure you sign up for it. And this one has a couple of techniques that are all traditionally pieced that it'll be really fun to sew along. So I hope you get Country Life fabric, but even if you don't, you need to grab this pattern and sew along with us, because we are going to be having so much fun and learning all of these different fruits and vegetables. It's going to be a really bright, happy thing to be sewing together in January. And of course, the reason why I wanted to do this one in January is maybe you're like me and you have a New Year's resolution, like we always do. The new year, great time to start, and you want to maybe bring more fruits and vegetables into your life. Who said they have to be in real food? You could bring more fruits and vegetables into your life through fabric. So that's on my New Year's resolution, and I think it's going to happen. So isn't that fun? So we're going to learn some techniques. Let me just show you. I've actually been prepping for it already. I'm so excited. So the corn block. Oh my goodness, you guys, look how cute it is. It's so cute. It has all these cute little tiny pieces in it, and then it's just stitch and flip. So that's going to be an easy block to do. The beat block. Look, it's so cute. So this is obviously very easy to do, stitch and flip. This part right here, because it crosses over a split, you'll have to get the pattern. It's a secret, and it's so easy to do. So that's the cute little beat block, and it's actually very, very, very simple to get that effect. Can't wait to share that with you. Of course, we have the rainbows because it's called Eat the Rainbow. And I called it Eat the Rainbow because when my kids were really little, I always said to them, we need to eat the rainbow, which means we have to sort of eat a little bit of all the colors, all the things. And so it kind of just always stuck. Now we just said, have you eaten the rainbow this week? So here's the rainbow block. And this is all like one piece and then another piece. It's curved pieces into a longer straight piece. And I'm going to teach you how to do this. There's already borders on that one, and I'm going to show you. You're going to want to watch these videos, so make sure you sign up, because just take a look here what happens. So you can get that right in the seam allowance. I'm going to show you how to do this. Yeah, you're going to want to come for that. The carrot block, like this is a bang for your buck pattern, everyone. The carrot block, I mean, you can just choose which vegetables and stuff you want, right? But this is a great pattern. This carrot block, don't be scared, so easy. So this is just all stitch and flip, just to stitch and flip in one piece for here, here, here. So that's just 6 pieces of stitch and flip, totally easy. And this is a half rectangle, triangle, and we'll just talk a little bit about that. We actually have an easy way to do it in the pattern too, and I'll show you that. And then of course, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now, if you've been here a while, you know I have another pattern out called Apple Season. This is a different block. So I wanted to have different apples in different patterns. So this is a different shape, a different size, different leaf, all the things. He's kind of like more of like a rounded up here on top and rounded below. So like, you know, just a golden delicious apple, and you can use all of the colors, red, yellow, green, for your apples. You can even do a whole quilt out of any of these blocks, you guys, or a table runner. So please consider joining me for the Eat the Rainbow Quilt-Along that's happening starting in January. You can grab the pattern on PDF download. Or if you're a shop, I would love for you to comment below. I know lots of shops are carrying Country Life. Thank you, shops, and also our paper patterns. So appreciate you so much for being here. Also, I just wanted to give a little nod to this cutie pie. This is like a cinnamon apple, and it's just a sample of some of the stuff that we do also in addition to quilt patterns in the Makers Club. So when you're cutting up your quilts and then you have a little bit of leftovers, don't you want to make these just like cute little projects? This is an actual cinnamon stick, everyone. Isn't that, smells so good. And then we just have a little felt leaf on there. But look, because I am a professional doll maker, I'm going to teach you tips and tricks always in my patterns and tutorials and videos on how to achieve results like this. Like no puckering, just a really great shape. Look at how great that is. The point at the back. Yeah, lots of fun. So I also have something to share about this. This will actually come out. I filmed this when I was at Riley Blake. YouTube videos, studios. So I did film it when I was there. So that video, this full tutorial will be coming out as well. I don't know when that is though, but when it is, I will let you know. So if you've signed up on my newsletter at sewastory.com, then you will be notified. Honest, honest, honest. I'm just being honest. So thank you so much. I hope you have a lovely holiday, a lovely Christmas. I do hope I can pop on here in December as well, but I hope to see you lots in January, and then all the new things that are coming. So I will send a video in December for sure because I do want to share. There's so much happening in 2024. I think I need to do a whole video on just what's happening in 2024. Okay. Happy to see you and have a lovely holiday. Talk to you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.